Have you ever seen a child innocently admit something they weren't supposed to? Me and my family were half naked by the pool when my little sister Emma started chanting, "Daddy the fatty." She then giggled and hugged him, adding, "Your belly is like Santa's." I immediately turned my head to see if my dad looked offended, but he just laughed along with everyone else. And the next morning, my dad, the biggest foodie I know, declined Emma's offer to eat pancakes together and insisted he wasn't hungry. Emma ate alone, pushing her food around, asking, "Did I make Daddy sad?" By the second week, he'd bought a weighing scale and food scale, weighing chicken breasts while Emma colored at the kitchen table. At first I felt bad, thinking Emma's innocent comment about his Santa belly had gotten to him. But after watching him lose weight steadily, I figured it was for the best anyway. He was getting healthy. Mom and I kept telling him how good he was looking. A month in, Dad had dropped 20 pounds. His coworkers kept complimenting his transformation. Mom seemed happier, more affectionate. He downloaded fitness apps, joined online forums, started intermittent fasting. He even seemed proud when Emma poked his stomach again and said, "Daddy's tummy is getting smaller." But then I noticed Emma had started poking her own belly too, frowning at it. When I mentioned it to Mom, she promised, "I'll talk to her tomorrow." But tomorrow came and went. By month 3, I started noticing concerning changes. I had just come home from college for Thanksgiving and found Dad doing jumping jacks in the garage at 5 a.m. His face looked hollow under the fluorescent light. I was just about to say something, but then I thought of all the times my dad laughed off my advice. To him, I would always be his little girl. But over the next few days, I was doubting my decision to stay silent. I'd catch him doing wall sits during Emma's bedtime stories, doing push-ups while she played with dolls. Emma had started copying him, doing tiny squats beside him. "I'll get her into therapy after the holidays," Mom whispered. When I asked her about it on Christmas Eve, she said, "The good therapists don't take our insurance." Dad installed a calorie counting app on his phone that beeped every hour, started photographing everything before eating it. Mom found him on the bathroom floor one night, crying over gaining half a pound. "It's just water weight," she tried to soothe him. He pushed her away. Christmas Day was when things spiraled beyond control. Dad weighed himself 6 times on Christmas morning. Emma watched each time, then stepped on after him, staring down at numbers she couldn't read. He wouldn't eat a single cookie Emma decorated for him. "Daddy's being healthy," he told her, but his hands shook as he sipped his black coffee. He gave away his portion of Christmas dinner to our dog. When Emma asked why Daddy looked sad, he forced a smile and said he was just tired. I tried talking to him when I found him exercising in the basement at 2 a.m., drenched in sweat. "Dad, you need to stop. This isn't healthy anymore." He turned on me with wild eyes. "You don't understand. I'm showing you and Emma what discipline looks like." His hip bones jutted out sharply above his sweatpants. "You girls won't have a father you're ashamed of anymore." By February, Dad was unrecognizable. His cheeks had hollowed into dark caves. His wedding ring slipped off his finger. Emma had stopped asking him to play because he was always too tired or exercising. Emma's teacher called about her refusing lunch at school. "I've made an appointment for therapy," Mom lied. When I pressed her, she broke down. "I can't handle both of them. If I focus on Emma, who watches Dad," he fainted during her soccer practice, claiming dehydration. The other parents whispered. Mom begged him to see a doctor. He accused us all of sabotaging his progress. I thought I knew what to expect from an eating disorder, but what I saw over those final weeks was so much worse. He started having episodes where he'd forget where he was, staring at Emma like he didn't recognize her. His hands shook so badly he couldn't hold a pencil. Our house smelled like the sour sweat that poured off him constantly. The breaking point came on a random Thursday morning. Emma was eating breakfast when we heard a crash from upstairs. Mom and I raced up to find Dad collapsed on the bathroom floor, his skeletal frame convulsing violently. The scale displayed 130 pounds. He was 6 feet tall. "Call 911, Mom screamed, cradling his head. Emma appeared in the doorway clutching her stuffed elephant. "What's wrong with Daddy?" I grabbed her, rushing her downstairs, but she'd already seen too much. Dad's eyes rolled back, his breathing shallow and rattled. Foam gathered at the corners of his mouth. His eyes kept rolling back, but he was somehow still conscious. "I'm okay," he slurred through the foam, trying to smile even as his body was clearly shutting down. "Why is everyone crying?" He tried to sit up, not understanding he was dying. "Look, no more Santa belly. Emma will be proud." That sentence broke me. The paramedics worked frantically. His heart rate was dangerously low. Blood pressure was almost non-existent. "Severe malnutrition," one muttered. "Organ failure." They loaded him onto the stretcher as Emma watched from the window, tears streaming. "Is Daddy sick because he stopped eating?" she asked. The weight of her question crushed me. As the ambulance disappeared, Emma tugged at my shirt. "I have a secret," she whispered. "I've been putting something in Daddy's water to help him get skinny. The lady at the gym gave it to me." My heart dropped. Full story on channel. Link below.